It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Dublin Celtic Tigers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pick up at 6. Brings up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run here with Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Ingram. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Ingram. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a run with Akers. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He was brought down at the 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
From the gun on 3rd down, Ingram. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30. Before he's hit and dropped.
To number 39. It's a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Number 26.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
We're scoreless after one.
First quarter with no score.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jackson able to hit his target, Claypool. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Dublin.
Now Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll run on first down with Akers. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down. Ingram, throw left side, complete. It's Hoffman, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Looking to throw. Ingram, and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Take over first and...
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Throwing on first down. Ingram. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ingram. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after try forthcoming. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
And 16 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Jackson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
But it brings up 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Following the fumble recovery, Ingram churning. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to air one out. And that's caught at the 25.
Jackson's
now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Celtic Tigers.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a trouble.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Corey Littleton in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Jackson going to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Today we continue on in wildcard weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Dublin Celtic Tigers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 29, Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Throwing to start the drive. Ingram. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Back to throw. Ingram firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Ingram got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 6 yards away, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Celtic Tigers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Grady Jarrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Ingram. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ingram looking underneath. He's got Akers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Celtic Tigers nothing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ingram, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Operating from the gun. Ingram. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They don't give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 now. Standing situation, let's go.
From the 44, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope ball? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From the gun, Ingram. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down.
First down.
Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
13.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. There's Jackson on third and long. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back to throw. Ingram. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ingram. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw. Ingram. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
1-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Ingram. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Ingram. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun. Ingram got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it. And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half. See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter. As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now they try the right side here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain. Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Celtic
from the gun. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Ingram. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this 3rd quarter, but that return for 6 points. We now have a game again.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
But I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Tackle made at the
5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
9-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kicker.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over him.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
To throw again, Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Throwing on first down. Ingram. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Let's go, baby.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Ingram. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Brings up third.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Come on, baby.
From the gun, Ingram. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Ingram. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences.
And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 35. Celtic Tigers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
52 is the mark, boys. 52.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Today's final score.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. Got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.